Well, I think the next BLS commissioner should follow in the steps of all of the preceding BLS commissioners. And that really starts with the very first BLS commissioner, Carol Wright. And we're talking about 1884. And I want to read you what he said about um, about the commitment that he thought was that BLS was making to the American people. He said BLS would be devoted to, and I quote, the fearless publication of the facts, regardless, no, without regard to the influence those facts may have upon any party's position or any partisan's views. That was 1884. And that, I think,
Yeah.
is what we're looking for. Someone with the technical chops and the commitment that all the previous BLS commissioners have had.
Carol Wright served under Sheridan in the Shenandoah Valley in the Civil War. So I assume he knew how to shoot a rifle. This is, Erica Groshen, this is a war of how we have counted data since at least 1947. People like you doing really grinding work week after week, month after month to count the beans of the economy. Is the data for the next jobs report believable?
Yes, because the acting commissioner at BLS is Bill Wyatrowski, and I chose him to be deputy commissioner when I was there. He has been acting commissioner twice already, in between my term and Bill Beach's term, and then between Bill Beach and Erica McEntarfer. He's an excellent leader and just an A1 data nerd, just the kind of guy we need to continue things. And so I don't think anybody should worry about the quality of BLS data while he's at the helm.
Paul Wyatrowski out of a school. Erica's familiar with the school. It's south of Harvard. It's Yale.
Gotcha.
It's called as
Solid.
well. It's okay.
Erica, President Trump cited the poor quality coming out of the data of the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Can you comment on that? How is the quality of data today, and has it improved or deteriorated over the years?
Um, that's a nuanced question. BLS has 25 programs and it produces a lot of data. So I think you have two things going in opposite directions. One is that that BLS is always improving. And so, and science is improving, and computer technology is improving. And so there are many ways in which the data that the BLS produces are much better than ever before. And that's what you expect of a statistical agency. On the other hand, everywhere, including in the BLS surveys, we have declining response rates.
Yeah.
And that is problematic for most of BLS programs because they are mostly
Right.
survey based. And I'll throw in one other thing, that the BLS has been suffering from very poor funding for at least the last 10 years.
Erica, you nailed the question about changing technology. The distrust of people that aren't like Wyatrowski or Groshen, the distrust is that they understand viscerally that the process of interviewing people, collecting the data has changed because everybody's got a cell phone and the other 8 things you're expert at that I'm not expert at. How did the educated, fancy people in math and statistics get back the trust of people that see new technology devastating our ability to gather data?
Well, technology is both making it more difficult to gather data in what I call the Stats 2.0 world, the very heavily survey-based world. At the same time, technology has really advanced the amount of data out there that we're keeping on all sorts of transactions. And it has really advanced our ability to process that data and combine it into new and interesting and very useful statistics. So we have these two forces at work at the same time. And the Stats 3.0 world, which the agencies are just itching to get into, BLS, and they're making progress, but it's very slow, is a world where we use more and more alternative data sources, and we come up with these blended data products. That takes investment in research and
Right.
setting up systems so that the feeds work and the underlying data is reliable.
Right.
So this is a whole new set of activities for the BLS, but that's the direction we have to go in.